Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video. And if you've guessed, actually, instead by the title of this video, you're not seeing that. You're not seeing double. Yes, for the first time, I've actually kind of had to censor the title for a song because I'm going to be completely honest and transparent with you, ladies and gentlemen. I am not calling this song this. I am even feeling like, okay, listen, let me explain something to you very quickly just before we begin. Especially if this is meant to be another gore grind song. You know, I'll tell you what, I'll do you one better. Aborted is a Belgian death metal band formed in '95 in Weergem. The group currently consists of founder and only constamenter Sven den Kalwi, guitarist Ian Jerkels, bassist Stefano Francescini, and drummer Ken Beattie. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Death metal is sort of like not really my thing, if I'm being completely honest. There are certain things I kind of like about death metal. However, for me, lyrics are really sort of for me where it's at, and the music itself is a huge bonus, don't get me wrong. But what exactly are you supposed to do with a song entitled, I don't want to say Raped by Elephants, which I've just made a video of, gave me anything special. But so, with that being said, let's get started. I have absolutely nothing else to say at this point because, to be honest, the sooner we get this done, the better for everyone. I could say, there you are. I listened to apparently one of the 10 worst songs of all time. One of the worst metal songs, I should say. But let's at least see what happens. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, you know what to do because I am certainly, well, it's a pretty unique one at that. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1, and
your suffering will be legendary, even in hell.
Okay, few things. First of all, the beginning with Hellraiser. That's actually, I've never seen Hellraiser myself, but I do know of Pinhead. That's a really good start. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I like Hellraiser. Only because I like Pinhead and the other Cenobites, I think they're called. However, this does again reinforce a problem I do have, and it concerns the last song as well, is that we're starting off the song with extracts from movies just put in there. I don't know whether this is an attempt to save time, but I guess in the case of Aborted, I can give them a little bit of leeway because it is such a short clip they used, so there's that. And it's actually quite a good start, so I'm not even gonna lie. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'll be completely honest with you because, you know, like I said before, I'm going to be honest about this, and that was 100% better than what I thought it was going to be. Because, unlike the last one, this is actually comparable to something that maybe a wider fan base could... Not only a wider... It's more comparable, I'd say, to being a song. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? It's far more like it wants to be its own thing and not having to, like, create some bullshit pandering that nobody in their right mind is gonna, like, pay money to go see. Let me just because I'll level with you guys and I'll be completely, you know, fair again. I reckon if you went to see these guys live, and if this was in a mosh pit, this would, like, be paradise. Because I reckon you could friggin... You feel as if, like, your bones are about to break. Because it bit me tongue. It gets really, really intense in places. And it's the perfect storm for basically guys drunk and they're ready to just start crashing into each other when you hear this drop. It's a bit like... musically, it almost... You know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of Soulfly. That's what it reminds me of. And, again, with I guess you could say, a bit of, you know, prejudgmental fear going into this. This was actually... I mean, I'm going to freaking go through the lyrics anyway. And to be honest... I just looked at them and it's fortunate enough in some places that I did understand the lyrics. However, they are as you might suspect, as the titles go. So I'm gonna go through as much of these as possible because I am really... I'll say this much for these songs is that there's almost no point really going through the lyrics because what are they supposed to describe? They are the most self-explanatory lyrics in the world. There is no mystery, there's no intrigue. The only thing I can say, and perhaps in defense of Aborted for 1 second, is that they must be really frustrated or something, because they literally are full of colourful violence they want to put down. And that's the lightest thing you could say for these lyrics. Rancor fed, I grasp her head, hurl my ass against the wall. Merry thoughts I disenthrall, taking my nails to devour her entrails. They freaking got some bars right there. With excremental lubricant, I force them down her C-word, violently piercing her insides. Emotions I can no longer hide. Feel the steel and grain, enjoy the skewering pain. Anal crucifixion, hammering. I know I'm just... First of all, I love that. I love the name that... I love how disgusting it almost sounds. It's a very, very weird way to describe this, but I love that they are becoming very experimental and colourful with their language. Maybe that's the issue I had with Raped by Elephants, because you couldn't friggin' make that shit up. But apparently it read more like something you'd read on 4chan. Aborted, they write it to make it sound exactly like a proper piece of music. It's not just violence for the sake of violence or something terrible to happen. They write it as poetry. I know but again, and I think it's also the visualness of skewering pain, anal crucifixion, suffer in humility, piercing to the vaginal cavity, sanguinary feces, nailing. They are just... I imagine straight up right now that this is what Aborted probably thought did happen to the girl in Hellraiser. Maybe this is what the whole song is about. It's about turning into a Cenobite. I'm going to make that guess right now that this is what it's about. She regurgitates the blood, emerging from the sieved guts. Ogliophenic diabocareus mutilations one never sees. Language one probably wouldn't use either. Affectionate reminiscences, a canvas of carnal decadence, expediting decay, defecating matter, sphincteral implement, lancing her bladder, rectal and intestinal suffering, lacreting delights I bring, mutilated in her riddled ass, remnants of what she once was, you dirty slut, you get what you deserve, defecating as Hammermysteria emerge. Hammermystate, I do not know what that word is, but I'm going to imagine it's something diabolical. Meat hook penetration, rectal defenstration, a morbid row of guts and gore with your mangled bowels scattered on the floor. And I'm gonna stress, Century Media Records holds the phonographic copyright. Well, I suppose somebody had to anyway, but our level review, ladies and gentlemen, that was far better, and I think, honestly, the song was, I think, almost 10 times better than I think it has any right to be. Because I enjoyed listening to it, and I only enjoyed reading the lyrics from the perspective of someone who kind of knows what they're going for, even if they're just indulging in body horror porn. That's the way I could describe it. Well, you know what, to each his own, but you know what, like disc golf, I'm glad I at least tried it once. Congratulations, Aborted. This was nowhere near as bad as Raped by Elephants. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the song for yourselves, and I can hope to see all you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.